Hey everybody, Tina Verma here. I've had a few of you request that I do a little demonstration on how to highlight and contour using our BB Flawless. So here goes. Not a makeup artist, just going to give you the way that I do it, and hopefully that will help. So clean face. I have a little lashes on just because, why not? I start with our Glorious Primer. It's like a little silicone gel. I think it's silicone. Maybe, may not. I don't know. Basically what it does is when you put it on, it gives you like a perfectly smooth canvas. You can put it here so that your eye makeup will stay on too. Easy peasy. Actually feels really smooth. And then when you have some left over, you can put it on your hair and it'll smooth out frizzies. I mean, these are pretty unruly, but if my hair was done and down, I use this to smooth out the little frizzies. So, multitasker. Glorious is $39 if you're interested in that, and this little tube will last you forever. I've had this since like July. I've used it every single day, so that's what, like almost 9 months, and I'm only halfway through it. Then, for our highlighting and contouring, we just got these awesome blending buds, and don't judge, mine are dirty because I actually use them. A bigger one and a smaller one, they come in one package, and they are sponge applicators. And the reason they are awesome is because they keep the product on your face instead of just soaking into the sponge, first of all. And second of all, they give you like this airbrushed finish. Like you can tell, like I've got, you know, imperfections on my skin just like everybody else does. This is going to give me that flawless airbrushed coverage. These are $25 a piece, totally worth it. And make sure when you use them that you use them damp or wet, not dry. So what I did before we started this video is I ran them under the sink, totally saturated, squeezed them out, wrung all the water out of them, and then I even put a towel around it, like a bath towel, and squeezed in the bath towel to get out the excess water. So now they're just damp, and that's what keeps the sponge from absorbing all your makeup. And then when you're doing highlighting and contouring, you want to go 2 shades lighter than your natural color for the highlight and 2 shades darker for the contour. So my normal color that I use is the BB Flawless in Honey. If I'm just going to do like an all-over coverage, or like if I just want to spot treat a few places, I go for Honey or Bisque if I'm really feeling pale. But for my highlight and contour, 2 shades lighter would be Cream, which is the lightest shade of BB Flawless that Younique has. And I go with Chestnut for my contour. So you can tell, like if I put them all together, you know, big difference here. What happens is when you blend this for your contour and highlight, you end up with this in the middle, so it looks really, really cool. So these BB Flawless creams are awesome, by the way. I never was a fan of like foundation because I didn't like the way it felt on my skin. This feels like just a moisturizer. It goes on with like a very light, easy feel. It's not cakey, it's not greasy, but the coverage is phenomenal, and you're about to see that. So let's get started. I'm just now learning about highlighting and contouring, but what I know is you want to highlight the areas that the light would naturally touch, and then you want to create shadows so that you get the angles. So if you want those cheekbones to be like, you're going to create shadows here, okay? If you have a wider nose and you want to make it narrower, you're going to put the contour here and the highlight here, okay? I happen to have like a 4-finger forehead that I don't want to draw attention to, so I put my contour here and then a little highlight right here, and that helps to make that look good too. So here we go. I'm going to start with my contour cream, my Chestnut, and I put just, you know, a little on my hand, like that. A little goes a long way. I don't know if you get, there we go. So a little goes a long way. And then I use for my contour the big part. You can tell it's got Chestnut all over it. The big part of my beauty sponge. So just dab it, okay? And then when you do the cheeks, you go from the corner of your lip to this part of your ear. So that's going to be your line. You can also do that, but I think it's just easier to take this line and go with it. So here we go. Okay. Okay, and I'm not rubbing this. I am just pushing it in, like pressing. Feels nice. And then for my forehead, I'm gonna go all the way around and then even in a little on the temples. So I'm gonna be up here on the hairline. Okay. Okay, and I haven't totally blended yet. Right now I'm just getting it on there, so you can kind of see where this goes. And my nose is already a little narrow, but sometimes I put just a little here. Anyway, and you'll see how it all works out. And then you go kind of on the jawline here. Okay. Blend just a little more before it dries. So highlighting and contouring kind of looks scary because you start with almost like this war paint look on your face, but then you end up with these gorgeous angles. So let's see how it goes. And one of the things I do sometimes, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I get like breakouts right here. So I can use my honey, like my natural color, and just dab that under here, and that also helps to just blend in with my neck, so we don't end up with like crazy baselines where my face is one color and my neck is another. But here, I'll show you, like, there's the coverage you can get on those little pimples there. Okay. One more time around just to make sure I got it all. It's kind of hard to do this without a real mirror, so. Okay. And then when it's time for the highlight, the lighter color, I used my smaller bud, and this part of it, the tip, is great for getting under your eyes and into like the little creases like on your nose, and then down the tip, the bridge of your nose too. So a little bit on my hand here, and remember we're using the sponges damp, okay, not wet because you don't want them to be like runny, but damp. And then when you do under your eyes, one of the things that I learned from a real makeup artist is, instead of just going like here, you know, like if you have dark circles, instead of just covering like just this area, go all the way down in this little triangle shape, like that, okay? And that is going to help with the dark circles. And then you take this line up here, and it goes on top of that line that you did for the contour. And this is a pretty bright white on me. Like it looks very, very light at first. But you'll see when you start to blend, you end up with just this gorgeous, like, glowy look, which is so nice. And then we do like the little triangle here that I was talking about. So remember, I don't want to draw attention to my giant forehead, so I did my contour all the way around, and then my highlight here. And you can take the highlight down the length of your nose, and then on your chin, like a T-zone kind of. And if you have a narrower forehead, then you would do more highlight and less contour to bring that out more. And then I don't know if you noticed what I just did, like I was getting too much highlight where I didn't want it, so I just switched to the other side of the bud. And now it's just kind of blending the makeup that's already on my face instead of depositing more. Okay. And again, you know, depending on your face shape, your highlight and contour areas are going to be a little bit different. So, you know, Google your face shape, highlight, contour pattern, and see what comes up for you. You know, or just play with it. But the idea is that we're creating angles. And then a little here and here underneath that contour. Okay. And then a little on this little part of your lip right here. Helps to bring it out, and when I put on lipstick, it'll make my lips look fuller. Pretty cool. Okay, one more time, just a all over dab. Make sure I didn't miss anything. And there you go. There's a difference. Like, super easy. It did take me a little longer than normal just because I'm talking you through it. So, you know, but the whole thing, probably not too bad. Once you get used to it, and you have a real mirror too, super duper easy. If you like, oh, I forgot to tell you, did I tell you there's a collection where you can get, it's a highlight and contour set. So you can get your BB creams, one in the darker shade and one in the lighter shade. And if you need help selecting those colors, feel free to ask, I can totally help you with that. And both blending buds, so you get all of this for $90. These are usually $39 a piece, and these are $25 a piece. So for 90 bucks, you can have all of it and start playing with this yourself. So check this out. Pretty cool, right? When you're ready to order, go to www.mad43dlashes.com or contact me, Tina Verma, and I will help you through your selections. Have a good day, y'all.